Gen Z is the most connected generation in human history. They grew up with the internet in their hands. But strangely, many of them feel more confused about life than ever before. For Gen Z, the phone is not just a tool. It's part of daily life. From the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep, screens shape how they see the world. Unlike older generations, Gen Z never experienced life without the internet. Information has always been instant, fast, and unlimited. Because of this constant flow of information, Gen Z's brains process content much faster than previous generations. They are used to switching between apps, videos, messages, and notifications in seconds. But there is a downside to this speed. When the brain gets used to constant stimulation, attention becomes shorter. Long explanations, slow stories, and traditional media can feel boring to them. This is why short videos, fast edits, and quick entertainment dominate the Gen Z world. Platforms built around short-form content fit perfectly with how their brains consume information. Another big psychological influence on Gen Z is social media. They grew up watching ordinary people become famous overnight. Influencers, viral creators, and online celebrities made success look instant. Because of this, many Gen Z individuals believe that big success should happen quickly. But real life does not move at the speed of social media. Careers take years to build. Skills take time to develop. When reality moves slower than the online world, frustration begins to appear. This gap between digital success and real-life progress creates pressure. Many Gen Z individuals feel like they are falling behind, even when they are doing perfectly fine. Another important trait of Gen Z psychology is their strong desire for authenticity. They grew up surrounded by advertisements, influencers, and online content. Because of this, they developed a strong ability to detect what feels fake. When something feels overly scripted, overly polished, or manipulative, they notice it quickly. This is why traditional marketing often struggles to connect with Gen Z audiences. Perfect commercials and corporate messages feel less trustworthy to them. Instead, they prefer real stories, honest opinions, and relatable personalities. They are more likely to trust someone who feels genuine rather than someone who appears flawless. Gen Z also values individuality. They want to express their unique identity, interests, and beliefs. Social media platforms became tools for self-expression, allowing them to share their thoughts, creativity, and personalities with the world. However, this same environment also creates comparison. When people constantly see others traveling, succeeding, or living exciting lives online, it can create unrealistic expectations. Perfect images and highlight reels make normal life seem less exciting. As a result, many Gen Z individuals struggle with self-doubt or the feeling that they are not doing enough. This leads to another major part of Gen Z psychology, mental health awareness. Compared to older generations, Gen Z talks much more openly about anxiety, stress, burnout, and emotional struggles. Conversations about therapy, mental health, and emotional well-being are far more common among them. This openness has helped remove some of the stigma that existed in the past. People are more willing to ask for help, share their struggles, and support others who are going through difficult experiences. However, the same digital environment that encourages openness can also increase stress. Constant notifications, endless content, and the pressure to stay connected can overwhelm the brain. The mind rarely gets a break. This creates what psychologists sometimes call digital fatigue. When the brain is constantly stimulated, it becomes harder to focus, relax, or disconnect. Another major difference between Gen Z and older generations is their view of work. Traditional career paths are becoming less attractive to them. Many Gen Z individuals do not dream about working the same job for decades. Instead, they value flexibility, creativity, and independence. They want work that feels meaningful. They want to feel that their time and energy contribute to something important. Because of this, many Gen Z individuals are drawn toward entrepreneurship, freelancing, content creation, or remote work. Technology has also made Gen Z extremely adaptable. They learn new tools quickly, explore new platforms easily, and adjust to change faster than previous generations. Growing up in a fast-moving digital environment trained them to adapt constantly. However, this fast-paced environment also creates a challenge: balance. The biggest psychological challenge Gen Z faces is learning how to balance the digital world with the real world. The internet offers endless opportunities for learning, connection, and creativity, but it can also become a source of distraction and comparison. The future of Gen Z psychology will depend on how they manage this balance. If they learn to use technology without becoming controlled by it, they may become one of the most innovative generations in history. Understanding Gen Z is not just about understanding technology. It is about understanding how a digital world reshapes attention, expectations, relationships, and identity. As the world continues to evolve, Gen Z will not just adapt to it, they will help shape what comes next.